Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad Reza Arzak, representing the Pattimura High School in the National Schools Debating Championship of 2024. Now, I am opposing a motion, and that motion is that House believes that governments should provide significant financial incentives for urban citizens to move to rural areas. Now, with my stance, I do agree with the stance in the proposition video, that is these problems surrounding the urban areas. Let's say the scarcity of resources, limited resources, overpopulation, very high and maybe just in fact unaffordable prices, and etc. However, this is due to the areas themselves not being planned out greatly and being mismanaged by a bunch of factors like corrupt mayors or weak police force. I say, as my stance, we should plan out cities further and think long term, like 30 plus years far, and have it be managed by qualified people. This brings me to my first argument and rebuttal against the proposition's first argument. The state is negligent towards the rural areas and gives preferential treatment to urban areas. I agree. However, we still don't need to compensate people to move to rural areas because, as I just said, urban areas are usually significantly unplanned. If they are actually planned, no problems will exist in urban areas. Therefore, there's no reason to move people out of urban areas. The second argument I have, even if people move to rural areas, that might make problems in the long run, as of course rural areas haven't had the development that is akin to urban areas. If, let's say, there was a huge influx of people moving to rural areas because there was lower rent there, potentially there will be a risk of not enough accommodation, infrastructure breaking, let's say, and overpopulation. Because of this, we'd end up back where we started, if not more worse than before. Now, I do agree with the third argument in the proposition video, saying that companies would also grow to rural areas, and if people move there, and in turn increase economic activity. But because of that, rural people are now competing with urban companies, and from what I think, it'll be difficult, if not impossible, to have your business thrive if your competitors are large corporations. That, in turn, will disrupt the business of those very rural people. And because they can't move to urban areas, because it's impossible to compete with the urban environment, their business will die. Not to mention, as urban companies with no competition, there will be a high chance of monopoly, which can decrease the economic activity. Right. In conclusion, we don't need to have significant financial incentives for people to move rural areas. As I just said before in my stance, we just need to plan cities furthermore into the future and think long term, like 50 years, let's say more, into the future, and have it be managed and managed by more qualified people. So going back, yes, I'm Muhammad Reza Arzak, representing the Pattimura High School. Thanks for watching.